Hello everyone, I'm Anthony, the eclectic chef, and welcome back again to my kitchen. Well, today we're doing creme fraiche two ways. First, we're going to use a starter culture from Cultures for Health. And the second way, we're going to make our creme fraiche with buttermilk added to a heavy whipping cream. Once we've finished all this, we'll actually have a taste test, see if we can tell any difference one to the other. And we'll also throw in a tub of Trader Joe's store-bought creme fraiche to see if we can tell any difference between the three. So with that, let's get our cream into the ball jars and add our culture and buttermilk. Okay, so in this shot, we've already added the sachet of starter culture from Cultures for Health to the creme fraiche on the left. That sachet would do a whole quart of cream, by the way, and that's probably what you do for the best result, but we're splitting a quart here to make different versions of creme fraiche. And you'll see we left a little space in the ball jar on the right, to which we're just going to top it up with buttermilk to culture it, give it a stir. We'll keep these in a warm place, somewhere between 70 and 80 degrees for 24 hours. I'm actually going to pop them on a brewer's heating mat. It's still getting pretty cold around here at night. And then we'll come back tomorrow and see how they worked out. Hello everyone. I'm Anthony, the eclectic chef. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today, we're going to be doing a little more work in terms of a taste test on our homemade creme fraiche versus some commercial creme fraiche I bought at Trader Joe's. I helped to get the sous chef to do some taste tests too. We differ, by the way, on some of these, so I'll give you the consensus result. But I love creme fraiche. I use it in all sorts of ways. It's a cheap way to really, really increase the taste platform of your dishes. So with that, let's get on to the creme fraiche video, and let's just remember, life's good. Let's enjoy it together in our kitchen. Okay, so here are the taste tests of our creme fraiches. One bought, two made at home. I'm going to be reading off my tasting notes, which are just off to the side. You can't see them. No teleprompter here, I'm afraid, so we do the best we can. Now, the baseline, I thought we should use a commercial creme fraiche. If you see divots out of these, it's because we did the taste test yesterday. This is the Bellwether Farms, which we bought from Trader Joe's. For 7.5 ounces, this was $4.99. You can get 5 ounces for $2.99 from Amazon. Now, I did read the ingredients list. They only list cream on the ingredients list. So quite how they cultured it is beyond me, but anyway. It's quite firm. Only a little bit of whey is leaking out of the cheese. I don't think it's thickened with xanthan gum, for example, because I don't see it on the ingredients list. It probably has the most sour or fermented taste of all these three. Tasted it first, but it is quite strong. It's creamy afterwards, but nothing like as strong as the initial sourness. And now the sous chef, and I will tell you, it was interesting, male to female palates, how we view things differently, and you should keep that in mind, by the way, of how palates differ. She just said it was like cream cheese. I'm not sure I 100% agree with that, but there we go. Okay, so let's go to the Cultures for Health. I'm just going to lay this down. Remember, I used a full sachet of culture in this, when they actually said it would do double this amount of cream. Don't think it hurt, by the way. It's firmer than the commercial, quite a bit firmer actually. Much milder on the sourness. Soft and smooth on the tongue. A very creamy background, and there's absolutely no way leaking out of this creme fraiche. Okay, so put that back there. What did the sous chef think? She said it wasn't sour, it was very mild, like cream. I'll tell you, and we'll come back to this, this was her first choice. She liked this one the best. Now let's look at the buttermilk. Again, like the cultures from Health, this is extremely firm. No whey leakage. Honestly, it's very similar to the cultures for Health creme fraiche. I'm really not sure that I could tell one from the other in a blind tasting. Maybe has a little more cultured flavour. Sourness, you might say. Wouldn't call it sour, but I don't know. Now, the sous chef thought it had quite a sour taste, and she didn't care for it. So, what's my judgment? Well, either one of these two is going to work for you, the homemade. I prefer making stuff at home because then I know what's in it. This is quite passable. If you don't have the means to make creme fraiche at home, purchased creme fraiche from Trader Joe's will work. Just understand it has a rather stronger taste than the other two. I think it may be just cultured a bit longer. These two were cultured one day, 24 hours, in a 70 to 80 degree Fahrenheit environment, then put in the fridge for 2 to 3 days. I don't know how they culture this. And I will say, certainly, were I to be making something like a tarte flambée, an Alsatian pizza, and that's a broad generalization if I ever heard one, but that's how people refer to them in cookbooks, I'd probably go for my home prepared, creme fraiche because they're thicker. Okay, cost. As I said, this was $4.99. You can buy 5 ounces for $2.99 from Amazon. If you've never tasted creme fraiche in your life, but you want to see what it's like, give it a try. Otherwise, cultures for Health. 4 packets of the culture were $13. So that's a little over $3 a pop. Very competitive with the store-bought creme fraiche. You do have to add the cost of the cream, of course. And I have found that these homemades will last quite a long time in the fridge if you're keeping the stuff. Now, and of course it's convenient because you're only opening a packet of powder, storage isn't a problem, and so on. Now, the buttermilk. Buttermilk, bottle this size at Walmart is $2.18. Gets up to $3 in a regular supermarket. And you can see how little I used making the creme fraiche. So there's a few packets of creme fraiche there, but the issue is how long will the buttermilk last? And I tend not to use buttermilk in other recipes, so I'm probably going to fall back on the cultures for Health as the way to make creme fraiche. This is easy, quick and cheap, and if you have other uses for buttermilk, so you won't be throwing this away because I hate waste, then that's the way to go. Okay, so number 1, based on the sous chef's recommendation, cultures for Health. Number 2, buttermilk. Number 3, Trader Joe's creme fraiche from Bellwether Farms. It wasn't bad. In a couple of days, we'll have a recipe for you that is inexpensive using either of these three creme fraiches that I think will absolutely blow your socks off. In my opinion, it's totally decadent, but it's really cheap and you can impress the hell out of your friends with it. So look out for it. Creme fraiche is a much underrated ingredient. It is not like sour cream. I don't care what anybody says. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like. We'd appreciate it if you subscribed, but more importantly, we'd really love you to share this with your friends. Thank you. We hope you have a great day in the kitchen.